With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll throw with Penix. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Operating from the gun, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
21 yards. And the Steeler first down.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment, so this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 10 carries, 55 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A play fake. Now Penix. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Adafe Owe in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And looking to throw, Penix. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. To Mixon on the check down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Jackson from the shotgun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Mixon. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson going to run. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now Penix. That is caught by Hunter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Looking to throw Penix. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Bobby Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run behind center with Connor. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Again, a run with Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Here's Penix. Throw out wide is incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Left side, he's got the tight end, Fannin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They go play action now. Jackson. That's caught. Emeka Buka. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Oh, look at the juke. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steelers offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To the air, Penix. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Hunter. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 yards on the play. That's another Steelers first down.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll drop the throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Owe. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Now it's Jackson.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Jackson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Mixon. Trucks over him.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson.
That's to the left side where he's got Naylor.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mixing up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Brings up 3rd down and
Jackson will keep it.
And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. That one complete to Naylor. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
On second down, here's the option.
Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson's going to try the sneak.
And he will have a Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Penix.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Down to the 42, second down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
They'll throw with Penix. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Looking to throw, Penix.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the deficit will hold at 15.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Final minute now of the third quarter. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Open man is Naylor. He's got it. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson from the shotgun.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Mixon with a first down carry. And running with power here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson now. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And looking to throw, Penix. A short one there to Fryermuth.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Penix going to sneak it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers.
Here's Penix.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Penix working out of the gun here.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Javon Kinlaw.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
From the gun to give to Mixon.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson.
That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. Here's 3rd and 6. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. 2nd down and 3. To the air, Penix.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hunter. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. He's going to air one out.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Ravens ready to take over.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Once again, they run with Mixon. Powering his way forward. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Jalen Naylor from 3 yards out. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 at 7-6.